speech called Connections with World War II Vets. Pat.
Fellow Toastmasters and honored guests, I want to tell you about an experience I had just last week. I was very honored and privileged to accompany my 92-year-old father to his World War II reunion, which was held in Cincinnati, Ohio. When I was there, I learned some things that I would like to share with you. And the three things are: slow down, look, and listen. Get the contrast? We rush through our days. We absolutely do. All of us do. Especially those who live here in the city. When you are with people who are in their 80s and 90s, you need to slow down. You need to slow way down. No multitasking. None of this cell phone talking, making lists, looking here, looking there, trying to get all these things done at one time. No. You've got to slow down. They can't do all that. They can't take all that in. So you really need to slow down. The next thing you need to do is look at them straight in the face. Their hearing isn't very good, oftentimes. And they need to feel like they're being paid attention to. Again, when you're rushing around like this, you tend to just go, well, Dad, if he's standing over there, well, Dad, I told you that 5 minutes ago. And you think, they can hear, they can't. You need to look straight at them, and you need to say, Tim, nice glasses. That kind of thing. So you really do. You need to look at them directly in the face, pay attention to them, and the last thing I'd like you to do is really listen carefully to what they're saying, because you're going to learn a lot and you're going to enjoy it. They have had experiences that probably most of us haven't had. And when you listen to them talk about how they're still having problems with their feet because they got frozen when they were in the battle of the Bulge, so their feet don't feel things anymore, you're like, oh my gosh, how many years ago was that? 60 plus years? They're still living with the problems that happened to them when they were in World War II. There was one man there who you had to look at and enunciate and get your mouth moving, and he couldn't hear. And when he spoke, you couldn't understand him because he couldn't hear. Even though he'd lost his hearing later, it was one of those things where it was a struggle, because if you wanted to have an interaction with him, you could try to communicate, but we ended up passing notes. I learned about things like going into a war situation where you had no idea if you would be coming home. They told us story after story, and that will be one of my next speeches. But for now, I just wanted to share with you the three things that you might want to do if you really want to connect with the World War II vet. And that is slow down, slow way down. Look at them directly and listen carefully and enjoy yourself.